we've had any games on Metropolis today, actually.
Wow.
Think about that. In the upper right, we have our Terran player winning that game with a really nice position play. He is
SuperNova.
And we got a pretty early scout here from SuperNova, which we'll get to in a minute.
That's a proxy.
Yeah.
That's not a scout at all.
My heavens to Betsy. And in the bottom left, he's about to be proxied. Will he be caught off guard? He is.
Slayer's Ryung.
I think you're right, Artosis. It is going to be a proxy.
Yeah, it should
so
be the
smart.
Marauder proxy, I think. And he's hiding in such a place that's going to be very hard to scout. All right, so Ryung isn't building anything at his wall. So, I mean, that has pluses and minuses to this.
Yeah, the depots are going to be safe.
Yeah, exactly. But without the wall, the Marauders have a little bit more free reign going up and down the ramp. So, we'll just have to see how that turns out for him.
Is he going to float this over the ledge and land it right above that geyser?
He could. He might. It's such a quicker rally. I wouldn't be completely surprised to see that. Because it would take a long time for Marauders to just keep on walking around from there.
Ryung will have already checked for proxies by then.
Of course, yeah. Very good call. We'll see in just a second here. He's about to finish up that barracks.
I hope he does my strategy and lifts it. All right, so the SCB, oh no, he's not going to lift it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Not a biggie. This is not something designed to kill his opponent unless, his opponent actually
really
went for command center first. Yeah, I guess if you mess up, you could lose too, but, I mean, people know how to deal with this build.
Remember, guys, a lot of people hide the barracks right outside the base anyways, so it's actually really hard to say what's actually going on still.
All right, that SCV had minerals in its hand, so Ryung knows where this is now. That was...
Yeah, he should not have mined that.
He might have known anyways, but with the minerals in the hand, it's like, okay, this is obvious, Why would... That was actually a bad move. He should not have mined minerals with this SCV. But, anyways, Ryung knows where it is. He knows what he needs to do. Make Marines. Oh, he's actually a little bit late on a depot. And he's probably going to want a bunker as well. He might try to hold it without, but better safe than sorry, right?
Right.
Marauders can do pretty well against Marines with good micro.
All right, Noti's got this SCV coming up here as well. Do as much damage as humanly possible. Nice control here by Ryung, though.
Yeah, great control. And in fact, this Marauder taking a ton of damage. Ooh, that was actually...
Look at this!
He hasn't lost anything.
Whoa!
Ryung is holding this oh so well. And here we go.
By the way, Cloud Kingdom is apparently Ryung's worst map.
And this is actually...
Oh my god, he's actually... If he gets that... Ah, great!
Yeah, they're both so badly hurt. This is basically over with that bunker up. But he is making a Reaper. I like this, that he's going to make some Reapers now.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, all the Marines are going to be at that ramp in the bunker. But with the Marauders so low, actually, Ryung is actually... already rallying Marines to catch the Reaper because he realizes, oh, this is probably going to be a Reaper next. Really well done by Ryung. He really gets it, man. And there you go. Caught. Well, I don't know why he ran there. That was the only wrong choice. Because, of course, the Reaper will just kill you then. You may as well get an extra shot off. All right, so SuperNova is teching up after this. Looks like he wants to do a one base. Oh, no, I guess not. He's actually just going to tech up into factory and expand. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. All right.
He's going to get a bunker over there for those Marauders.
Yeah, if he wants them to do anything.
Yeah. He's going to go ahead and ditch the tech lab over there, which is definitely the right thing to do. He needs to get that back at home. But this SCV is going to get up there. Oh, no, it won't. I'm sorry.
Ever hear of concussive shell thesis?
I've heard of it. Now I know. All right, so he's going to get a starport after that. Will he just go straight to Banshee?
I'm not completely sure about that. He definitely could. I think that's a good call against someone that opens with Marauder. But it's also somewhat predictable. So you see that SuperNova's already rushing up to Starport, and it looks like he's going to just go tank Viking, which is super safe. Like, this will stop anything that's coming at him. So we might just see Ryung go into reactored Vikings with reactored Hellions. And in fact, right now he is going, well, just regular Vikings with reactored Hellions, which is, that's just what's going to fit his economy at right this second. But this is a really good unit composition against what his opponent's doing. He's going to have complete map control with this for a while.
All right, now we have, can you hear me, Artosis?
I can hear you just fine.
All right, I had audio. I lost audio for a second. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, all right, we're fine. Well, we'll see if he does a push coming up here. Could be pretty strong. I actually love the tank Marine Viking play.
Yeah, it's really strong at this portion of the game. You can just block anything.
Once you get a position, you get to keep it for a long time.
That's true too.
You know, you can be scary. You know, if you're against a guy who's got medevacs and Marines and they stim and come in there and get you at bad angles. But so far, I'm digging the way SuperNova's playing.
SuperNova actually just did a nice scan on top of everything and saw reactored Hellions with the starport and started a tech lab right away on the second barracks. So I got to ask myself if he's going to go into into some Marauders, because Marauders are really good against Vikings and really good against Hellions. So that would be really interesting. All right, so Ryung deciding he's going to go mech. 2 armories going up. Awesome.
We see the shadow of the Space Shark in the center of the map still. He does have a Twitter account. I believe the Space Shark's Twitter account is ESV Space Shark.
Yeah.
Follow him on Twitter. He tweets it from time to time.
That's right.
You think I'm joking, but I'm not. Actually, go look up the account. But Jesus, that's just a person protecting. No.
Oh, it's a shark.
No, it's a shark, man.
Why would someone call themselves ESV Space Shark?
I know, that doesn't make any sense. Why would a human call themselves that? All right, nothing gets away from Marauders, except for that Hellion.
You know, this could turn a little bit scary. SuperNova is making quite a few Marauders. Now, he's also making some Marines as well, because he does have a reactored barracks, but this unit composition is going to be pretty strong against what Ryung has.
You know, it's funny, because earlier on we saw that stat Ryung is 1 in 5 on this map. I mean, why would he pick this map if he's 1 in 5 on it? Do you know what I'm saying?
Might not be this matchup. He might be like, all right, TVT, I feel good here.
Yeah,
you know,
maybe he lost a bunch of TVZs and TVPs on it.
Exactly. That's why these stats can be a little bit misleading at times.
We never want to take the stats themselves too seriously as well.
Yeah. Now, this attack coming from SuperNova is really strong, man. This is like it's a great counter to what Ryung has.
We got a drop over here inside the main. Lots of SCVs are about to die. Is going to wall in? No, he did not. But he's attacking over here in the bunker.
And he's breaking through oh so easily with these Marauders and Siege Tank. Even though the Hellions are dealing a lot of damage, man, this attack by Ryung is pretty scary as well. Or attack from SuperNova, rather, on Ryung.
But there's too many Hellions, it looks like, and too many Marines, and he will drive this out, and SuperNova is in bad condition right now. In fact, SCV count is going to be 33 to 40, so...
Yeah, that's pretty painful.
Yeah, it's pretty serious.
But it's a good thing he did that, because the SCV's killed at least. I mean, SuperNova's killed 13, Ryung's killed 12, so you know, that was an important attack that he did. But a good drop by Ryung. So now at this point, I gotta say I'm totally favoring Ryung for this. Like, after everything's like a little bit more even with Ryung, a little bit in the lead even, and he's going mech, getting his 3rd base, getting really good upgrades very, very quickly. It's going to be hard for SuperNova to actually do too much here, especially if Ryung times out well-timed missile turrets and sensor towers.
It was funny because for a second I actually thought Ryung was going to lose a lot more at that entrance, but yeah, he got that really nice arc up and just held that off perfectly.
Yeah. I thought he was going to lose a lot more there too.
Yeah. All right, he's getting both the gases, SuperNova is, at his expansion. He scans that army, he's probably not going to want to attack into that. Even though he has some Marauders, it's just too much.
Well, SuperNova already has his 3rd command center, so he's going to want to take that pretty soon. But he's got to be careful about Hellion harassment. You know, Hellion's Blue Flame just now starting, but they already have +1. So.
And by the way, there's going to be another drop, as we can see over here. He might actually get intercepted by SuperNova's Vikings.
Well, we will see if that is the case. Good place that he does have those in fact. And he's actually going to want to draw them away with this Hellion if possible. Not really going to work out, though.
All right.
There are a lot of Hellions out on this map right now. 2-2 on the way.
But looks like they might get cornered here.
So he's going to lose 2 or 3. Nice targeting on that.
On the one in the back. I like that.
Yeah, he didn't quite get it, but that was
I think Ryung might fly right into these Vikings.
Yeah, he definitely could. And he actually has
a go around. Okay, he's going to send this Hellion out here first to check.
Choice.
Upgrade complete.
All right, so this should be really easy for him to avoid those Vikings.
Like he wants to.
And Blue Flame's like, but it's too late.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to lose.
Oh, and he's not moving the Vikings. You're kidding me.
Looks like, yeah, he doesn't have those on a hotkey, so... Or does he? Yeah, it looks like he does, actually.
Yeah, he's got him on 3.
Yeah. Huh. Thought he might just not have had them on a hotkey. He's like, moving real quick doesn't get to do it. Anyways, third base going up for both players at the same time. They both have those command centers for a bit. Now, right now, this is the area where Ryung has to be very careful. Okay, he's stretching pretty thin. He's got 2-2 on the way, which means he spent a lot of money and time upgrading. He's just taken his third base. He's going to have to make sure he has decent missile turret coverage and hopefully a sensor tower or 2. Now, he does have one really good missile turret behind his third to block drops in the main, but none of it is natural. So that's an area that right now SuperNova could capitalize upon.
All right. There's going to be a little bit more downtime. Remember, SuperNova does have the ability to move around on the map. When you're meching like this, and I don't think Ryung's going to push at 150 like some of these turrets do. I think he's actually going to stay.
Yeah, he's definitely going to max out, I think, or at least hit 180 before he starts to... when you're attacking at 150, it's...
Another drop here. And I think it actually is going to completely bypass these Vikings. Wow.
That's right. Yeah. In the meantime, SuperNova is just walking around inside sensor tower range, so Ryung knows exactly what's going on, where units are, and here we go! SCV's actually moving very, very quickly.
Actually, this is like really good. He's actually not going to get that many SCVs.
Yeah, you got he got 6 right there, so not really that good of a drop at all. But he didn't lose too much important stuff. I mean, Hellions, he doesn't really care about that much.
All right, really nice here, doing so much damage to those Hellions.
SuperNova's upgrades are so far behind. He's actually only getting +2 attack. He hasn't gotten any armor, just now starting +1. Yeah, but he is getting ship weapons, so SuperNova does have interest in holding the skies. And in fact, he's up to 12 Vikings right now, so we'll probably see him switch in and grab probably a couple Banshees and try to just take over the air.
I think that's the way to do it. If you start out with a Marine Marauder medevac, you need to then... I don't think you can switch into mech after that if they have this much mech.
Oh yeah, you can't switch into mech. You can switch into a lot of tanks if you want, or go straight to Sky Terrans, one or the other.
All right, here we go!
Well, he's going for it. These Vikings up, Ryung taking out the medevacs. In fact, this army of SuperNova going to die pretty quickly here. As the Siege Tanks hit these Marauders, they're just going to explode. But now he's going to have to land all his Vikings. He does not want to lose them.
Yeah, he needs to land like yesterday.
And he does end up landing. And now he's going to have to mix some Thors. SuperNova decided to show that now.
Well, I think he had to.
It's the only way to get his opponent to turn around, it looks like.
Now, also note, he did kill up the vast majority of the Hellions. I mean, if there were just those siege tanks there, they would have died so quickly.
The problem here, though, Tasteless, is that SuperNova has shown these Vikings before he made his Banshee. He's making a Banshee now, but by the time that's out there, there's going to be a Thor. And with Thor there, I mean, this Sky Terran switch that he's doing, this is like something you have to just jump on the mech. You're like, ha!
You gotta
I have this.
him.
And then you have a Banshee and you put a clock on it, you start killing tanks, and it works out. But right now, what has it truly done here? He's going to have the Thors.
All right. This is not good for SuperNova. He's having to lift now.
So Ryung going to start walking back home, and that Thor's going to meet up with him, man. The Banshee's out, but it's going to be too late. In fact, he just scanned and saw the Thor. He's like, oh,
God damn it, man.
All my Vikings and Banshee are really not worth very much now. In fact, these Vikings, as long as he keeps his Vikings landed and just uses Thor as his anti-air, the army of Ryung is so much better.
All right, he can land on these siege tanks if he wants to.
He got in there right before the missile turrets. That's some great timing by SuperNova.
Oh, but the turrets are going to finish anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know if SuperNova can recover from this Artosis.
Yeah, he's looking... I mean, even though the supplies are pretty even, bases are pretty even, the composition of Ryung is just infinitely better. He's going to have 3-3 soon. And these bio units have 2-1 with nothing else on the way. He's got a
might try to intercept here, though. Oh, but he's got scanned before he has time. So the tanks are in siege mode.
Oh, man.
Looks like he's going to back up again.
With 3-3, I don't even know if it matters that they're in siege mode, to be honest. And I mean, the Thor's mixed in. This is bad news, man. All this Viking supply is not doing much for SuperNova. It's keeping his medevacs alive. That's literally what it's doing.
Yeah, the Medivacs died
They,
so unbelievably quickly last time.
He doesn't even really need spotting power because he doesn't have siege tanks.
And
he
now
really
it
did
looks
show
like-
those at the wrong time. Oh man, this is...
base trade.
No, you can't even base trade him. There's too much mech at home. Ryung is just like crushing SuperNova here.
This is what happens. You get that mech army and you're in the late game and just crush phase.
Well, about the best he can do right now is kill those rocks, land his Vikings on top of the siege tanks of Ryung, and stim up. That's like the best he can do.
I think he's going to do just that, Artosis.
That's what he should be doing, and
He doesn't do it.
no. Oh, well, actually, he killed off the Thor, so he can hit with Banshees on a few of these siege tanks.
And let's see how many more of these he can get over here. Oh, he's doing a good job keeping SuperNova out. Oh, man, he's got to lift that expansion, too. Are there even still minerals in the second base, Artosis?
SuperNova's basically not mining, man. This is, and here we go.
GG. Okay, game number 3.
All right. That one was pretty brutal. Basically what that came down to was if you want to go into mass Viking with Bio against Mech, it is to eliminate their Vikings and then utilize Banshees. He showed that because he lost his army so quickly, he showed his Vikings too quickly, and then Ryung had time to get out Thors, and that was it. That was just like, oh, sup. You did nothing with that huge Viking transition. That was a waste.
Basically, he needs to surprise the mech player.
Yes. And
if you show up with like 3 Banshees and a bunch of Vikings,
oh, yeah, if you had 3
you
with
like
there,
kill all their siege tanks, you drive them all the way back home, and then you can switch to whatever you want.
Exactly.
But instead, he lost his ground army, and he's like, and he just sends out these Vikings.
Yes.
Which just makes the other guy's Vikings land, so he's fine.
Yeah. And that's like so much wasted supply, minerals, gas, everything. That's just a huge waste. So, kind of a crushing game there. Now, the third game is going to be on Entombed Valley. I like this one for Ryung again. If he goes mech on this map, I mean, this is a map where you can max on mech so quickly. The 4th base is easy to take. The 3rd base is easy to take. It's going to be hard if Ryung goes for that style once again.
Yeah, Ryung really, there was no chinks in the armor in that game. You know, SuperNova kind of had a good start, but, you know, he was prepared for that proxy. Let's not forget the game actually started out with a proxy. You know, he did a great job with the Hellion drops. I don't know. Do you think SuperNova can still win?
Yeah, of course. There's always that possibility. We're going to have to see how the early game goes because I feel like the later we get, Ryung just plays better and better and better. But I think a lot of it is going to come down to the strategy they choose as well. And I don't just mean the early games, but will they both go bio? If they both go bio, then I think that SuperNova has a much better chance than if Ryung goes mech and SuperNova goes bio.
Okay.
The way he just handled that mech, like I saw what he was trying to do, but like that's kind of a gimmicky way to handle it, and he still didn't even do it right. So,
do you think SuperNova should open up with like something that is an all-in or is another timing again?
He definitely could.
I don't feel like he wins in the late game. I don't feel like endgame TVT SuperNova.
Well, he's an aggressive player. He needs to always be doing some damage.
He'll stick to his strengths.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that might be a good idea.
All right. Well, let's find out what he's going to do. By the way, feel to tweet at us who you think's going to win. Call me Tasteless.
And Artosis.
Those are our Twitter accounts.
Yeah. We want you guys to follow us and talk to us. We like to talk to you.
Yeah.
Unless you're rude, then we block you.
Then we block you and you don't exist anymore.
That's right.
You know, the best part about blocking people on Twitter is they don't know they're blocked. They just don't see your tweets anymore.
Yeah.
Some nerds just like sends me a really annoying tweet. I'm like, now you have to make a new Twitter account and follow everybody again if you're still interested in me as a human being.
Yep.
Best feeling.
It's a good feeling.
All right, guys. Our map's going to be GSL in Entombed Valley. Who's going to go on? And even if they get out of this, could they beat an ST? I mean, that's a tough challenge.
Mm-hmm. The toughest.
Here in the GSL Code S, we have the best StarCraft 2 players in the entire world duking it out to see who's going to be number 1. Maybe it'll be one of these 2 players. We'll find out.